How's it going today, YouTube, and welcome back to Shaner's Mechanic Life. By now you're probably well aware that your vehicle's engine has three very important filters. You got your oil filter, you got your fuel filter, and you got your air filter. But did you know that in most vehicles today, you actually have an air filter that filters the air you breathe inside the cab of your vehicle? They call it a cabin filter, and it looks something like this. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you where to find it, how to change it, and how to know when it is time to change it. The symptoms it's going to show, stuff like that. Well, let me show you. Here we go. Now I'm demonstrating this on a 2015 GMC Terrain, but generally 95% of the cars and trucks out there, changing the filter is going to be virtually the same. What you want to do is go to the passenger side. You want to open up your glove compartment, empty out everything in there. And some vehicles, you'll have a glove box support cable. You'll take that off. Some of them are retained in with screws underneath. So you want to go look underneath there, see if any screws. This one just pivots on these. So what we want to do is open it up, go to the top. You can see this. Just want to push that out of the way so our glove box can open fully all the way down. So you just close the glove box a little bit, push the tab up, and your glove box will fold down. Now we can lift it off. It's pivot points. So you can keep your glove box down on the ground, or just get out of your way altogether. And you want to take a look inside. But stay tuned. After the end of changing this cabin filter, I'm going to show you where cabin filters are on a lot of other equipment. 5-ton trucks, highway tractors, excavators, skid steers, stuff like that. There's cabin filters in just about anything out there. Now, if you're unsure of where to look for the cabin filter, an easy thing is look at your new one. Just kind of look at the shape and the size. Look back inside, and you can see with this one, we're looking right in here. Now, some vehicles are held in with clips, some will be screwed in. This one is actually quite easy. You just lift these tabs and it flips open. This is our cabin filter. So to remove it, just flip that door open, get a hold on the cabin filter, and slowly slide it out. And there we go. Not a whole lot of debris on top, but when you compare it to the new one, that's quite dirty. Now you may be asking, how often should I change my cabin filter, and how do I know when? Well, there's basically 3 rules. Rule of thumb is every 15 to 30,000 miles, they recommend to rechange it. Or when you turn on your heater or air conditioning, and you know the airflow just doesn't seem to be as much as it used to. Chances are your filter's clogged. Or you turn on your heater or air conditioning and you just get a foul smell, kind of like a litter box or something like that. Then that's another problem. You may have some sort of rodents. But usually when you're changing your air filter for your cabin, I would definitely at least wear a mask if you don't know what you're going to be agitating once you pull that out, especially if you got rodents. So now that we got the old one out, what you want to look at is kind of, see how dirty it is. This one isn't terrible, but like you can tell by the color. Now, when you go to put your new one in, you may notice that we have an arrow here. That is the direction of the airflow. Now you may be looking at it, well, I can't tell what way the airflow goes. This is your fan, but is it sucking? Is it blowing? You can look at the old one. You can see the top here is quite a bit dirtier. You got the bigger debris. And that's basically telling us that our airflow is going this way. So take your old filter out, get your new one, line up the line or the arrow, and go in flip up your tab and start putting your air filter in. So once you get it started, hold up the tab and gently wiggle it in there. You don't want to force it and bend it. And once you get it pushed all the way in, you'll feel it kind of bottom out against the back of the housing. You can shut your tabs, make sure they click in, replace any screws if you had to take them out, and your cabin filter's changed. Now you just got to put your glove box back in place. So to put your glove compartment back in, it's simply the reverse of disassembly. Latch it in, push it up till it engages. You can go ahead, replace any screws that you took out underneath, or any glove compartment support cables that you took out from there. And it closes and latches. So now I'm going to show you where the cabin filters are and a bunch of different equipment. Here we go. If you've got a cab over vehicle like this GMC T7500, there's usually a cabin filter right up by the firewall. Now that's not just that. If you take the screen off, you can see the blower motor, and there's also some removable screens. You can see it's not terrible, but there is some restriction. So you want to get max heat or max AC, these are usually serviceable. You can just rinse them out and put them back in. Very easy job, something you can do yourself. Now let's say you got a big semi. A lot of times they'll have cabin filters too. A lot of makes, you'll see them kind of right in behind the air filter. They'll be removable, you can replace them. Or, like this one, if you climb up and look on top of the cowl, you'll see there's this removable cover. Undo the two clips. Take the cover out. And you've got a cabin filter down in there. Now with these paper ones like this, I don't advise blowing them out. Usually they're cheap enough, just replace them. Or let's say you got a 5-ton truck, something like this Hino box truck. They've got cabin filters, but they're on the inside. You go on the passenger side, look down, you can see this one and how dirty it is. This is a removable one. It's actually quite easy. Just grab these tabs, take it down, and you can see how blocked that is. I'm surprised anything's getting through. You can tap it, scratch it off, make sure you don't damage the filter, or you can even take it into a sink and give it a rinse. Just wash it out with some water. Once you got it all cleaned out, you just put it back in. And now your air is going to be flowing way better. These Kubota skid steers also have cabin filters. If you go to the right side of the cab, you see this knob, undo that, and move the cover off, and you can see you've got a cabin filter in there. As well as if you go behind the operator seat, you got another cabin filter underneath that. And both these are very prone to getting clogged up just due to the dusty operating conditions you run them under. So now you can go ahead, start your vehicle, turn your heater or air conditioning on, and enjoy a breath of fresh air. You should be smelling better. You should be feeling more airflow coming out of the vents. And you'll probably notice that your vehicle may warm up or cool down just a little bit quicker. Well, I hope you found this video helpful and informative, and I definitely hope it helps someone save a lot of money by changing your own cabin filter. It's definitely a job you can do yourself. Well, if you like this video, hit the like button. If you want to see more like it, hit the subscribe button, notification bell in the bottom right-hand corner. That way you get notified when we get new videos coming up. Well, that's it for tonight, everybody. Have a good night, and keep wrenching.